The music stopped when the pen slipped from her fingers. It clattered against the marble floor, sharp and loud, cutting through the laughter, the clinking glasses, the carefully rehearsed joy of the Christmas party. Every head turned, every smile froze, and there she stood, Elena Carter, eyes brimming with tears, her hands trembling as she bent to pick up the pen and sign her name on the divorce papers resting against a silver serving tray. No one knew why the papers were there. No one knew why she was crying. And no one knew she was the wife of a billionaire. To everyone in the room, Elena was just another quiet woman in a simple navy blue dress, standing alone at the edge of a glittering corporate holiday party in downtown New York. No diamonds, no designer labels, no entourage, just a woman breaking apart silently while the world celebrated around her. Elena had always believed kindness should be invisible. She believed the purest generosity asked for nothing in return. No applause, no recognition, no name attached. That belief was why she parked her old sedan blocks away instead of using private garages. Why she volunteered anonymously at food banks and shelters. Why she never corrected anyone who assumed she was just another employee struggling to get by. It was also why she stood there that night, signing away her marriage while holding back sobs. Her husband, Marcus Carter, was one of the youngest self-made billionaires in America. His face filled magazine covers. His name echoed through boardrooms. But somewhere between success and ambition, he had forgotten the woman who believed in him when he had nothing but a borrowed desk and a dream. The divorce papers hadn't been signed in a quiet office. They arrived with his assistant, efficient and final. He had said it would be cleaner this way. Adult, simple. Adults don't cry at Christmas parties, Elena thought, as tears burned her eyes. As she finished signing, a soft voice broke the silence. "Are you okay?" It came from a young catering assistant holding a tray of champagne. Her eyes held concern, not curiosity. Elena nodded instinctively, hoping the moment would pass. But the girl didn't leave. She set the tray down and handed Elena a napkin. She said her mother always believed no one should cry alone at Christmas. That simple sentence broke everything. Elena's tears came freely then. Not loud, not dramatic, just honest. The kind that comes when someone finally notices your pain without asking for an explanation. They sat together in silence at the edge of the room while the party slowly returned to life around them. Elena left early, stepping into the cold December night with swollen eyes and a heavy heart. She ignored the waiting car and walked instead, letting the city surround her. At a crosswalk, she saw an older man struggling with grocery bags. Oranges spilled across the sidewalk as one tore open. Without hesitation, she knelt to help. "My wife passed last winter," he said softly, embarrassed. Still learning to do things alone. Elena smiled gently. She understood more than he knew. In the weeks that followed, whispers spread about the Carter divorce. Marcus appeared unchanged, moving effortlessly through events and interviews. Elena vanished from public view. What no one saw were hospitals quietly receiving funding. Student debts erased, shelters expanded, community centers rebuilt across the United States, the UK, and Canada. Donations arrived without names, accompanied only by simple notes offering hope. Elena turned her heartbreak into purpose. One snowy evening, she returned to the same catering company, not as a guest, but as a volunteer. She recognized the young woman instantly. "You were crying that night," the girl said. "And you were kind," Elena replied. They served meals together at a shelter, laughing over spilled cocoa and tired feet. Before leaving, Elena placed an envelope into the donation box. Inside was a full scholarship for nursing school. No signature, no explanation. Months later, during a televised interview, Marcus Carter was asked what his greatest loss had been that year. For the first time, he hesitated. "My wife," he said quietly. "She showed me what mattered. I forgot to listen." Elena watched from a modest living room as sunlight filled the space. She felt no anger, no regret, only peace. That Christmas, she hosted a small dinner at a community center. Mismatched chairs, warm food, laughter echoing off plain walls. People with nowhere else to go found a place to belong. As Elena looked around the room, she understood something she hadn't that night at the party. She hadn't lost everything, she had found herself. And sometimes, The greatest wealth isn't revealed in headlines or fortunes, but in the quiet choice to remain kind, especially when your heart is breaking.